Hello and welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. And for the first time this season, welcome to Pride Park Stadium. Derby County return to action at home this lunchtime for the first time this campaign. Coventry City the visitors as this tricky start to the championship season continues for the Rams. Derby facing two of last year's playoff semi-finalists in their opening 3 games, and that's before the visit to promotion favourites Ipswich before the end of August. The Rams also face Wrexham and Southampton in their first 10 games. Now, I wonder how much we'll learn about Derby through those opening 10 matches of the season. You'll hear from head coach John Eustace a little later in the programme. First, we've already had drama this season and it's barely a week old. Tuesday saw the Rams go through to the second round of the EFL Cup at West Brom's expense after a penalty shootout win and a last-minute equaliser at the Hawthorns. Matt Clarke enjoyed watching that one just as much as we did.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. As I think the change in terms of it going straight to penalties, maybe if you're playing it's not so good, but yeah, as I say, as someone that was sort of there supporting the lads, yeah, it was a really good night.
There was a lot of rotation, but sort of no matter the personnel that we put out there always seems to be a fight and determination that runs through the team. How important is that? That's
just the nature of the manager and the staff. You know, they demand that every day. Even the pre-season games, we go to some grounds that, yeah, you feel like aren't the biggest event and you can maybe be off it, but there's no room for that with the manager. So yeah, that's just the way it is, I think.
And also important the way you got players like Josh Vickers and Joe Warden coming to the team and make an impact like they did.
Yeah, I think that's it sort of shows how strong the squad is becoming. You know, maybe some lads aren't quite up to speed or where they need to be in terms of sort of fitness or sharpness, but yeah, the squads, the teams we can put out in the rotation we're able to do is really pleasing.
Looking ahead to the weekend in Coventry, how have preparations been so far this week?
Good. Obviously the game Tuesday sort of took priority and that was the main focus at the start of the week, but yeah, we'll sort of review that I suppose today and then move on to Saturday, which is going to be a big game.
We obviously have good memories from last season. You were on the score sheet as well. Is that the sort of thing you think about ahead of a game?
Not really, no. I think you obviously know the teams you've sort of have scored against, or if you beat them previously, or there's been a memorable game, you recognise that sort of thing. But yeah, heading into Saturday is a new game, and yeah, hopefully I can do the same.
Obviously, Coventry finished in the top 6 last season. What are you expecting from them? A
really tough game. I think it's still early on in the season in terms of figuring out maybe slight tweaks to systems or what maybe new players are going to add to teams. So yeah, there's still that sort of unknown about the games a little bit, but we'll be just concentrating on ourselves and looking to put our best foot forward and make the show a good account of ourselves.
Finally, how much is everyone looking back to being with our supporters at Pride Park?
Oh yeah, brilliant. I suppose we finished on a really good note last year, and yeah, you always look forward to the first home game. There's always a sort of a buzz, a slightly sort of carnival atmosphere at the start. But yeah, it's up to us to attack the game and give them something to enjoy.
That's Derby defender Matt Clarke ahead of today's home opener against Coventry City. They are expected to be among the contenders for the playoffs at least again this season, having come very close to promotion over the past few seasons. The past 3 seasons have seen Coventry reach the playoff final, an FA Cup semi-final, and then lose in the playoffs in heartbreaking fashion again last season. Sunderland's Dan Ballard scoring a 122nd minute winner to take them through to Wembley at Coventry's expense. The Coventry squad still largely intact from last season. They're managed by former Rams boss Frank Lampard.
And I thought we had a pretty good performance against Hull. Deserved to win the game, but we didn't. So we have to look at how we can improve going forward. I think that's normal. And then against Luton, we made changes. I think the performance of the game was pretty decent. Can be better, but we got a win that was crucial to go through to the next round. And now we focus on a really tough game. So yeah, it's a busy week, but we have to be ready.
Derby, obviously a familiar stomping ground for you, having kind of cut your managerial teeth there. I know it's all about Coventry now, but how do you look back on that period of your coaching career?
It was a good period. I enjoyed my year there. We were very, very close to promotion, which going in my first job and with the squad and the work we had to do, I think was a great challenge for myself as my first job, for the staff that were with me, for the players, and it was a really enjoyable year and just short. But I enjoyed the club. It's a very big club with a very good support, as we do, of course, as we know. So it's going to be a tough match, their first home match. A team that have brought in a lot of players, a team that the manager will have some time to really enforce his ideas and style, how he wants to be with them. So I think John came in, did a really good job with them to keep them in the league last year. Made them very difficult to beat. You know, a team with a lot of passion and desire, and that kind of reflects with the home crowd that they'll have tomorrow. So we have to be ready for a tough match.
And it was a bit of a sore one, wasn't it, towards the end of last season when you went there and got beaten. So is that kind of an additional spur and incentive for the players tomorrow?
Not for me. I mean, you remember it and it's important, but I think we went there having won a lot of games on the bounce and got ourselves in a really good position. It's probably easier to say this with reflection, so I didn't feel it after the match, but those games can come along where we go slightly under par, and a team that are fighting for everything they were at the time, that can happen as much as we don't like it. So that was a game in itself. But we should remember the feeling of the game and understand that, you know, for that game, for instance, we controlled pretty much the 20 minutes, but then some transitions, some free kicks, feeling in the crowd can change a game. So we have to remember that feeling and try and work against that.
And you mentioned it's their first home game of the season, so that will give them, you would think, an additional kind of lift going into it, you think?
I would say so, yeah. It'd be in front of their home fans, losing their first game away from home, even more dangerous probably of a team who want to react in front of their home fans.
That's the Coventry boss, Frank Lampard. Let's hear from his opposite number, who came through the ranks at Coventry many moons ago now. Here's John Eustace ahead of the opening game of the season here at Pride Park.
Yeah, listen, the mood in the camp's been great since we've come back from pre-season. You know, the group that we've been working with every day showing fantastic attitude, togetherness, and you know, that's been no different again this week.
Just in terms of the draw for round two, I know that the game's not for a couple of weeks, but just your thoughts on getting a Premier League team in Burnley away from home?
Fantastic, yeah. It's a chance for the boys to go up against Premiership opposition. It also gives us another opportunity to get vital minutes into some players that will need their minutes come the game.
We spoke about the never say die attitude after the game on Tuesday night. How pleased are you that spirit, that togetherness, that real camaraderie has just continued right over? You've had different players, but you've got that same sort of mentality and feel around the place.
I think over the course of a long, relentless season, that's going to be needed for a team to be successful, and you know, that's part of our DNA. You know, if we're playing well, if we're not playing well, you know, whatever happens, everyone's 100% committed. They'll always give their all for the football club, and you know, that's all I ask for a group of players that we're working with.
How pleased are you as well is that everyone's bought into it straight away? You've had players come in at such varying times over pre-season that it doesn't matter if it's a young player in like Bobby Clark or it's a senior player like Danny Bath, that everybody's just exactly the same and bought into what you want from this group.
Yeah, I think those are the standards driven from the staff and the players already here. You know, everyone knows their jobs, and you know, it's important that whoever comes in just gets on board straight away. You know, that's part of our DNA. To be part of the Derby County family now is something very special, and whoever comes in, no matter how old, how young they are, you know, everyone will be 100% committed and do well for each other.
Although you say it's not necessarily about age, how key are those senior boys to really set the standards for everybody else to follow?
Yeah, I think I said when we came in, you know, that to create the right culture and that togetherness, you need that right age range, and it's important that we have 4 or 5 really good senior boys, you know, who play a huge part, not just on the pitch but off the pitch as well. And you know, if we want to develop young players, if we want to develop our own players as well for the academy, it's important that we get that right balance, which you know, I think we're starting to get.
In terms of the goalkeeping department, we spoke about Josh Vickers after the game on Tuesday, that he came in and did so well for you. How pleased are you with the whole group that you've got, that Paul Clements is leading? Because feels like there's a really good vibe in between all of those guys.
Yeah, there is, and I think we're very fortunate to have somebody of Clem's experience and know-how to come in, who came to the football club when I arrived, and his expertise in that department is there for everyone to see. He's worked with some top goalkeepers, he's worked at some really good clubs, and you can see how, you know, not just Josh and Jacob are developing, but also the younger boys who are joining in with the group as well. You know, we've had 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds coming through the academy, training with the first team, which is really important for their development, and the academy goalkeepers as well have been doing really well. So it's about getting the right feel for the goalkeeper department. I think we've got that at the moment.
And you've got Josh, who's obviously been supporting Jacob, and then you see the flip side of it the other night. Josh is coming up the tunnel, Jacob's pointing at him, giving him plenty of love as well. So it's great that they're not individuals, they're a real collective unit.
It is, but it's also really important that they're pushing each other. You know, although they're friends off the pitch, you know, they still want to be competing for that number one shirt. I said, you know, when we came back, Josh would have been disappointed probably not to start the season the way he finished it, but we've got two really good goalkeepers who are pushing each other every day in training, and you know, I'm really pleased to have good competition in that area.
So it's a quick turnaround again for Coventry at Pride Park on Saturday. How much are you looking forward to getting back there, first home league game of the season?
I think everyone's really looking forward to the game. You know, it's great to be back at Pride Park. You know, the season tickets have been flying out, which is amazing, and you know, there'll be a full house there, and you know, we want to just make sure that we're competitive, and win, lose or draw, we make sure the fans go away happy, and they can see that we're all desperately committed, and we're giving it all for the football club.
And in terms of Coventry, what you expect from them, team that made the playoffs last year, invested quite heavily in their squad over the last couple of years?
They've got a fantastic squad, you know, a lot of top quality championship players. They've got a really good manager, a good coaching staff, so you know, they're set up for another real good season, I'm sure. But you know, it's a challenge we're all looking forward to, and I know the boys will give it their best.
And that's Derby boss John Eustace. 10 games in the Championship today, including other lunchtime kickoffs at Portsmouth and Wrexham. Bristol City host Charlton, with both sides looking to make it 2 wins out of 2 to start the season. Protests expected at Hillsborough later, and Sheffield Wednesday at Welcome-Stoke, and a couple of games tomorrow too. And it's a special day here at Pride Park Stadium as Derby County kick off at home for the first time this season. Coventry City are the visitors, and you can watch this game on RamsTV. We're available in the EFL's unsold territories. Go to the website dcfc.co.uk for details and to get your match pass as well. Matchday Live with you from the earlier time of midday. We'll see you then. Goodbye.